Hello, welcome to the Family News, the Christmas edition. I'm Taliesin Paszynski.
And I am Julian Paszynski. Let's start with a look at the weather and go outside to our weather correspondent, Trina Paszynski.
Thanks, Julian. On December 11th, we had a blizzard across the Midwest. People were seen outside digging themselves out of almost 9 inches of snow in the Madison area. Currently it is 10 degrees and we are expecting some snow tonight. Hopefully not so much that it'll make Santa's trip a bit difficult. Of course, with Rudolph at the front of his sleigh, I think he should be okay. Be careful driving home. Back to you guys in the newsroom.
Thanks, Trina. Let's begin with our top stories. On September 11th of this year, Valerio Valle married Julie Corey in a ceremony at St. Mary's of Pine Bluff Church. It was a beautiful day. The wedding party made a trip out to the Capitol where many pictures were taken. The reception was at the Zor Shrine, where guests danced the night away.
Special guests David, Leanne, Sally, Natalie, and Claire Paszynski arrived from Ohio, and Alicia Paszynski flew all the way in from Cartagena, Colombia. Missing from the group was Jim Paszynski. Sources say that he stayed behind to train for his Olympic doggy paddle swimming competition.
On other traveling news, Jimena Vergara traveled to Madison for a Thanksgiving holiday to visit her family and ended up going to the final Wisconsin Badgers football game against Northwestern. Winning that game put the Badgers in 5th place in the BCS standings. More on this during the sports section. Also, during part of the year, Sally Paszynski traveled around the Ohio area with her parents searching for a college to go to. She has been accepted to Bowling Green.
Speaking of universities, Lina Vergara was accepted to the University of Oshkosh. A surprise going away party was held at Coney and Dylan's house.
Hi everyone! Aww.
Happy birthday!
Lena packed up her belongings and headed to Oshkosh, where we are told she is doing very well in her studies. Keep in mind, it is also told she is doing very well in her studies. Keep in mind,
Lena's parents, Margarita and Piline Vergara, were excited to see their daughter go off to school. No kids, no dog. Oh, they are finally free to travel and have fun.
also earlier this year, Tetea and Yogi were visited by Tetea's oldest daughter, Connie, and her husband, Bob, with their children, Maddie and Thomas. They traveled around the Madison area, seeing some of the beautiful sights. The kids also went to Verona to hang out with their long-lost cousins, Julian and Taliesin.
We have breaking news. The new computer that Lucia bought has approximately 3,000 religious emails and pictures. It has officially been named by the Pope himself as the most sacred computer on earth, near sainthood.
Hallelujah! 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 Hallelujah!
Speaking of computers, we are also happy to report that Diana Garrido's computer has been restored back to working order. The family computer geek removed several viruses and is thinking of linking her computer to Lucia's for some divine protection.
Hallelujah! 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 Hallelujah!
And now for entertainment news, we will go to Stephen and Trina Paszynski in our Verona studios.
Thank you, Taliesin. Our entertainment news begins with Taliesin Pazinski's birthday party on September 25th. She invited 7 girls to a day of fun at the park where they played and ate pizza. She raised $100 from her gifts, which she donated to the UW Children's Hospital.
In Madison, Claudia and Rudy Chavez financed a Halloween gala hosted by Marcela and Gabi Chavez. All of those attending showed up in full costume for the occasion. They had lots of fun playing scary games.
Also, very entertaining is a report about a crazed and out-of-control Madison Metro driver who is driving his bus around town looking for soda bottles to run over because they explode.
Let your feelings flow. Take it easy, getting slow. Love can be so beautiful.
I have a report from Ohio just coming in. David and Claire Pazinski are going to join Juan Carlos and Steven in February for the Polar Plunge. Last year, Juan Carlos and Steven jumped into Lake Monona. They were freezing for a reason. Collected money for the Special Olympics. Now back to Julian for sports.
On October 30th, Juan Carlos and Steven Pazinski ran the Haunted Hustle Marathon, finishing a scary 26.2 miles in 4 hours and 13 minutes, and in 4 hours 23 minutes respectively. Rudy Chavez also ran his first 10K, finishing in less than 58 minutes, keeping up a great pace of 9 minutes and 25 seconds per mile. People showed up in their costumes to cheer everyone on.
We have a report that Trina Pazinski, Rudy, and Claudia Chavez are in training for a sprint triathlon. They will be competing in early summer of 2011. In July, they will also join Steven Pazinski in Door County for the sprint triathlon and half Ironman.
Santi Garrido and Danny Chavez finished up their respective football seasons, pushing through tackles and roughing up opponents one by one. I am sure someday we will see them play in a Rose Bowl.
Julian Pazinski and Ale Chavez have been kicking up some dirt and speeding across fields while running in their respective cross-country teams.
We cannot forget to report on the youngest flag football player, Andres Garrido. He has also been seen chasing an opponent or two, grabbing the flag in order to stop the play.
Back to the Wisconsin Badgers. They were invited to play in the Rose Bowl on January 1st against TCU. The Rose Bowl party will be held at Rudy and Claudia's home after you recover from the night before. Go Badgers!
In other news, we are told that Roberto with his iPod Touch and Alejandro with his iPhone spent the better time of Thanksgiving talking to each other with the new FaceTime. Believe it or not, they were in the same room. And yes, it sounds like 2 high school girls texting each other in the same room.
Gabi Chavez has been seen staying over at Lauda's almost every weekend. Lauda may have to charge her rent or maybe ask the parents for an extra tax deduction.
Juan David has arrived from Washington to spend the holidays with his family. He's coming into town early to set up things for the talent show. Unfortunately, he's not able to join him and stayed at home working while he came out to play.
According to Facebook sources, Andrea has reported mastering Super Smash Bros. Thinks Aladdin is the best movie ever and just recently tied one on after having a bad day at work.
Just recently, Katy Serrano traveled to Ecuador to visit her family. After several planes, trains, and automobiles, she finally made it safely. Reports say that the weather was nice, certainly better than what we had in the Madison area.
Pili's daughters, Mariana and Monica, have been keeping her very busy. Titina and Valentin have been seen chasing them around. Sources say the girls have perfected the art of divide and conquer by pulling them in opposite directions. Was that Monica or Mariana?
Down in Gator Country, Natalie Basinski was seen paddling a kayak with her sister Claire down one of the most treacherous rivers in the southern part of the country.
Coney and Dylan's dog Primus has been caught red-handed trying to talk on Coney's cell phone. Unfortunately, he just got frustrated and decided to chew it up. After the phone appetizer, he decided to move on to DVDs.
Thank you for watching the Family News Christmas edition. I'm Julian Basinski.
And I'm Taliesin. Have a good night. We're here on Family News. Hello, we are on Family News, here to present to you our forecast and weather. Take it on to Trina.
Speaking of universities, Lena Vergara was I'm gonna say it has been.
Okay.
Speaking of universities, I can't.
Can you meet
There's a promise. One.
Speaking of
That helped me out. It has officially been named the Pope by himself as the most sacred computer on Earth. We have breaking news. The new computer that Lucia bought has approximately...
Hey, now you're making her.
On October 30th, on October 30th, when Carlos Vergara and Steven Brzezinski ran On October 30th, when Carlos Vergara, I can't say it for some reason now. Rudy Chavez also ran his first 10K, finishing in less than 58 minutes, keeping up a great pace of 9. We cannot forget to report on the youngest flag.
Bonehead.
The wedding party made a church out. I paused there and then I went like...
Where was I?
We have a report that Trina Pazinski and Rudy and Claudia...
Got.
It's crooked. Lauda may have to charge her rent or maybe ask the parents for an extra tax
Deduction.
deduction, sorry.
Down in Florida, Natalie Basinski was seen paddling a kayak for her sister. Taliesin,
What?
it messed me up.
What?
Just recently, Caddy
Caddy as a Cadillac or?
Thank you for watching the Family News Holiday.
And I'm Taliesin Pazinski. Have a great day or have a great night.
Alright,
Whatever.
fine. That's what we're calling it. I mean, a Christmas edition, but alright. We can call it Thanksgiving edition then, I guess.
Julian, stop.
Well,
Okay, cut.
thank you for watching the Family News Christmas edition. I'm Julian Basinski.
And I'm Taliesin Pazinski.
What do you got in that cup?
Thank you for watching. Happy Jews.
Blooper.
Thank you for watching the Family News Christmas edition. I'm Julian Basinski.
And I'm Taliesin.
How do you not say your last name? It's not that hard.
I'm just like saying it over again. And I'm like,
Thank you for watching the Family News Christmas edition.
Taliesin, you're making me laugh. Thank you, Taliesin. Thank you, Taliesin. Our entertainment news begins with
Last year, Juan Carlos and Steven jumped into Lake Monona.
Second
They were free.
Yeah.